Can you see him? Look at the one moving out of there.
It's so alligators on the stage. Yeah, come on. And there we go. See all the other ones back there. Good. Hello everyone, my name is Alexia, and I'm a zookeeper here at Alligator Adventure. I'll be doing a live reptile show today. But now I got your attention, let's do this again. Who's excited for a show? See, that is way better. Alrighty everyone, I got our very first animal. So this right here, this is Pepperjack. So Pepperjack is a ball python. So yeah, she is a ball python. And of course, they're actually from Africa. That's where that species is from. So yes, from Africa. These guys are very common. You see them all at pet stores, of course, PetSmart and stuff, because they're actually the most commonly owned snakes in the United States, that including corn snakes. So a lot of people own them, and I do not blame them. They're very friendly. So you see, she's just roaming around on my arms. Now, I always ask everyone this. You guys can just yell this out. What do you guys think the snake here eats at Alligator Adventure? What does a snake eat? Rats, mice, yes, I heard someone yell it out. So that is very true, she does eat that, and what she will do, she is a constrictor animal, so she'll wrap her body around that little cheese boy, that mouse. She'll give him a big hug, and actually he'll wait for him to fall asleep, and then she eats him. Yes, swallows them whole. So it's just a nice big hug. So I prefer that, other than venomous snakes, that have to bite their prey, it paralyzes them, and then they eat the little cheese boy. So hers is just a nice big hug, which is very nice. Now you might also see, you see that little tongue and everything. When you look at her midsection on her body, she can actually eat cheese boy or a mouse twice the size of her midsection. That's quite a large animal. So the way they do that, if you look at her mouth, it may be really tiny, but she can extend her jaw very, very large. She can do it 180 degrees. Now you're probably wondering, how far is that? That's enough to do this. Yes, it's a large amount. They also have backward fangs to help hold their prey and swallow them, because they do not chew their prey, they just swallow it whole. There's no chewing when it comes to snakes. It is really funny. Now, you might also see she's very climby. She wants to crawl over me right now. That is very normal. She is cold-blooded. What does that mean? It means that she does not produce her own body heat. She relies on her environment. And here's the thing for poor Pepperjack. I'm not a good environment. I'm always cold. So because of that, she immediately wants to avoid these hands. She wants to crawl over my body to make sure to avoid them because I'm very cold. It's very normal. She'll just hang out. So that is very normal. Same thing with all our alligators. That's why they're on that platform right there. Because here's the thing, they are also cold-blooded, which means they rely on that platform in the sun to keep them very warm. She likes to get in my mic. There we go. Get her more comfortable. So yes, they do like to do that a lot, which is very interesting. You might also see that she's sticking her tongue out at everyone. That is also normal. She's smelling everyone. She's making sure there's any prey or predators in the area, which is very important for a snake because they have no ears. If you look at her body, there is no ear on that head. So she has none. Instead, what they do to hear is kind of like vibrations. So if they're on the ground, you walk towards them, they won't necessarily hear you or feel them by the vibrations instead of hearing you with like ears. So that's just kind of the big difference. Unlike lizards, lizards do have ears, but snakes do not, which is the biggest difference between them. Because if you guys go to Lizard House, there's a cool animal called a legless lizard. He has no legs at all. But here's the thing, we know he's a lizard because he has ears. Because snakes, they have none. But it's really cool to look at. You have to go look. And of course, our lizard house, go see him. Now, I always ask everyone this. Oh, well, I'll actually tell everyone this first, and then I'll ask questions if anyone has any. Pepperjack here is an adult snake. This is about as large as she will get. She is in the wild. Usually snakes live 8 to 10 years. But here in captivity, they actually can double that lifespan and sometimes even triple it. That is thanks to one, plenty of cheese boys, and a very good vet. So he can live a very long time. I know Pepperjack is an adult snake, so he's probably closer to maybe 10 years old. So he can live a very long time. And people always ask, how big exactly is he? 4 to 5 feet, or about this long, as I say. Never can tell with a snake. Some get bigger, some get larger, but I say about 4 feet. Now, after the show. Alright, everyone. So we got our second animal. This is a juvenile American alligator. You might see he's a little bit feisty. That's very normal for these little guys. So what they have is they have very short energy bursts, which means for a minute he'll fight me, and then he'll relax. It's very normal for them. So here at Alligator Adventure, we do have 2 types of alligators. We have the American alligator, which I have right here. We also have the Chinese alligator, which is up front by our bobcats. And those guys, the reason I mention them is they're actually critically endangered. There's only about 200 left, so make sure you guys go see them. They're really cool to see, so they're very interesting. Now, as I walk around, I'm going to show everyone how to tell the difference between an alligator and a crocodile. So, if everyone looks really, really closely at his mouth, you might see he has a U-shaped snout. Then you might also see he has a little bit of an overbite on those teeth. That is one way, because unlike them, crocodiles have a very V-shaped snout, and all their teeth interlock. So that's how you can tell the difference. That and alligators here do not see us as food. They'll leave you alone in the wild. Crocodiles, on the other hand, do see us as food. They will chase you down. There is a big difference. So yes, thank goodness, we only have alligators here in the United States naturally. Then for the most part, we'll leave you be. Now, you might also see he has a nice little smile on him. Look at that cute little smile. He has 80 teeth. Yes, 80 teeth in that mouth. And he will lose them. He will regrow them in his lifetime. He will go through 3,000 teeth. Yes, that's a lot of disappointments. So yes, that's a lot of teeth. But if they do get old enough, sometimes they will actually stop growing teeth. If you guys visit Crocodile Cove today, you might notice there's a crocodile, the Morlet crocodile, and he has no teeth at all. His name is Gramps. So Gramps has no teeth. He is gummy. It's very funny. He just has nothing. So to go see him, here's the thing though, do not be fooled. If you think Gramps, won't pay attention to you, because here's the thing, he doesn't have teeth, his favorite thing to do is to jump at guests. So yes, he may be old, but he tries to prove himself every day. So yes, he has that cute little smile. Now here's the thing though with alligators. They have a very, very strong bite force. They can bite down at a force of 2,100 psi. Now you're probably wondering, how strong can that be? They can't be that strong. That's enough to break every single bone in your body, including your femur. And that's the strongest bone in a human body. So yes, they're very strong. Also, theoretically, an adult alligator can actually crush concrete. Yes, they could do it. Now we're not putting concrete in our alligators' mouths, but they could do it if they really wanted to. And here's the thing, these guys are not even the strongest. They're the 3rd strongest. The top 2 are crocodilian species. They can actually bite down a force of 3,100 psi. So if an alligator could break all your bones, you would now want to meet a crocodile. So they're a lot stronger. But of course, this little guy is so cute. So he wouldn't be as much. Now he is, of course, still feisty, so he doesn't have all that bite force, but he still, of course, could do some damage. Now, here's what I always ask everyone here. Does anyone here think that they can outrun an alligator? Do you have any takers? Just raise your hand. Anyone think they can do it? I got a couple people. I got a lot of takers today. That's great. Well, good news, everyone. Everyone can outrun an alligator. It's not very hard. They're very lazy creatures. They're also very awkward on land. Like, look at that. That's very awkward walking. It's not very good. They can only run about 5 miles per hour. They're very lazy, so if you just run straight ahead, do not stop, they'll give up very easily. Just, of course, don't look back. So it would not take much, but even I'll admit some days I would be like, no, I can't make it. But yeah, it would not take much at all to do that. Now, out swimming them, that's a different situation, folks. They can swim 20 miles per hour. Yes, that's a lot faster. None of us are going to beat 20 miles per hour. That is actually thanks to this handy dandy tail. It makes up half their body. An alligator relies on that tail. That's how they jump. That's how they swim. Everything relies on that tail. If they're born without a tail, especially in the wild, they will actually die. It's a 0% chance of surviving in the wild without a tail. So yes, that's always very important to know. Because here's the thing, that may be happening in the wild where they die. But here at Alligator Adventure, we do have an alligator that has no tail at all. Her name is Bob or Bobette. You can find her in Crocodile Cove by her hospital. She was born here at Alligator Adventure with no tail. So in the wild, of course, she would not make it. She would die. But here at Alligator Adventure, she's thriving for 2 reasons. Plenty of chicken and 2, a very nice vet. I just actually heard a little while ago, she turns 27 this year. So yes, Bob is doing amazing. And I always tell you to go look at Bob, because even though she has no tail, she has a nice set of butt cheeks. So yes, go look at Bob and her nice little feet. It's the cutest thing in the world. She's one of my favorites. Now she does love to kind of hide sometimes, but it's the cutest thing to go see her. Now, the last thing I'll tell everyone, the last questions, because I'm sure everyone wants, of course, pet this little guy. So, here's the thing I ask everyone. How old do you guys think that an alligator could live in here at Alligator Adventure? Just yell out numbers. How old do you think an alligator could live? 80 years, okay? 3 of you with it. 200, oh, that's a big number. So, here's what I say. You guys can, of course, keep your numbers. You yell them out, of course. But here's the thing. In the wild, they can live to about 40 years. 40 years old. But here at Alligator Adventure, they can live closer to 60 to 80 years old. Yes, that's a big jump. Only 40 people get, if you're lucky, 80. That's a big difference. So they can live a long time. They're very old creatures. Or the way I like to put the perspective, everyone. I came here to Alligator Adventure to, of course, see Utan, the king of crocodiles, up front when I was about 8 years old. Well, here's the thing. I'm 21. I work here now. I see Utan every day. And here's the thing. He's still here. So I can tell myself, well, he might see me. I've grown quite a bit since 8 years old. But he's still the same size. He's very big. He's 20 feet. And he's 60 years old this year. And I think he'll be here around much longer than 60. So I always like telling people that because I find that hilarious in my mind. Now, touch his back.
He's back there.
Oh, I see him. I see him. I believe. I get him. I get him. Come here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. See him back there? 2 of them. 3 of them.
Jump out on your head. Oh, God.
There's one more bite.
I didn't see it.
I couldn't do the full one.
It's sticking up.
Oh, yeah. Do you have a big toe right there? Yeah, it's a toe. You're right. It's a 5 frog.
So he lives in there actually with no legs.
I see him.
That's technical.
There's a big one.
No, it's a snake. Look, it's in his feet.
Yeah.
Names. Wow.
He listens to rock and roll.
Look
Yeah,
how
that'd be one.
How I told you about the shedding?
Back there. So you come right here. There's no way to get
It'll take you days to weeks to shed all that.
He's usually pretty big.
I see him.
Then they're hiding in the corner. I see him a little bit better from over here.
Oh, no, that's Why that one wrong?
I haven't had that pretty much all. I haven't had those since like elementary school. Okay, we got a toe down there.
Two toes.
tomato frog. A tomato frog. That's a hard hold.
Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Wait, there's a turtle in here
Boy,
too.
he's trying to hit you, boy.
Oh, I see a turtle right there. Get the turtle.
Argentine.
Huh?
Wait, let me show you the
Well, I
turtle.
found two of them. A beaded lizard. Alright.
I saw them.
Beaded lizard. Hello,
The
there.
turtle?
Yep, wait. You gotta leave room for them. Just wait until they move on, then you go.
He's pretty. On the top of the tree.
Yeah, there's one right there too. Right in that tree.
Look at it. He's freaky. We like you, freaky girl.
Alright. Hello everyone. How we doing?
Good.
Good. Well, welcome guys. My name is Sam. Down there is Alexia. We are zookeepers here and we are going to be doing this feeding show for you guys. My friends over here, you guys are welcome to move down. Everybody, whoever wants to move wherever, we're getting the better jumps. You are welcome to move around. Alright guys, well, we'll go ahead and get started here. Now, this is not a very long show, and I like to give a disclaimer that these animals have minds of their own. I cannot force them to jump to me. I will do my best to get them to, but we'll see how it goes. Now, these are all American alligators. These guys can be found anywhere from North Carolina down to Florida and over to Texas, which means that they are, in fact, native here in South Carolina. There's actually about 100,000 wild alligators in this state. So they are found even in Myrtle Beach, which a lot of people do not know. Hey, buddy. There we go. Now, they can get anywhere from 8 to 15 feet long and live well into their 40s, even in the wild. That is a very long lifespan for a wild animal. Now, when they jump up here to me, I am able to see about 80 teeth in their mouth at any given time on average. These guys actually cycle through a lot of teeth. They'll go through an average of about 3,000 teeth in a lifetime. There's a couple different reasons why they do that. This guy has no camera roll that I'm doing right now. But you will. Hey, buddy. Chum, please back it up and look up at me. Okay, they can have it then. Let me go get it. One reason why they lose teeth is just natural shedding. Teeth will just fall out and they'll grow new ones back in, kind of like we do as children, but it happens to them throughout their entire lifetime. Another reason why these guys lose teeth is because, unfortunately, they do fight sometimes. Alligators will alligator. They are not very nice to each other all the time. But when they do fight, sometimes they bite down on each other's backs. All those spikes you see on those backs, those are bones called osteoderms. Oh, that was my bad. It was a bad throw. Sorry, Chunk. But Chunk has gotten a lot of food the last few days. I'm sure he's fine. That's why his name is Chunk, because he's chunky. It's also because if you guys look at the very end of his tail, he is missing the end of his tail, which was an injury that he acquired when he was a little itty-bitty baby. That is actually why he doesn't jump very high. But of course, when they bite down on each other's backs, sometimes you bite down on those bones, teeth are going to break off, but new ones will grow back in their place. And then a third reason why these guys lose teeth is because of their bite force. A full-grown male American alligator can have a max bite force that goes up to 2,500 pounds per square inch. Now that is theoretically enough to break concrete concrete. I say theoretically because we will never give any of our animals concrete to test that out. And you also have to know the size of the concrete. There we go. To know how much pressure it would take to break it, of course. However, I just like to say, rule of thumb, if you think an animal can break concrete with its teeth in any capacity, leave it alone. I don't know about you guys, but if you take anything away from these shows today, it should be to not approach alligators or crocodiles. Not only are they protected species, but they can definitely sneak up on you. Very, very sneaky animals. Now, what are we feeding them right now? These little brown things have been tossed around. These are called crocodile chow. It's basically kibble for alligators and crocodiles. Extra calcium, nutrients, all that good stuff. I like to use this to do something called spot feeding, which is throwing to those smaller ones who are not jumping for us. And then the other thing is this yummy raw chicken. Get some hunters over there. Oh, you guys are doing so good. There you go. Also, yes, I'm telling you, ran faster than the ones with 4 legs, so he is totally fine. But that chicken that we use is actually mostly just ribs. Has the bones in it for the extra calcium, but it is also less meat. Alligators have very slow metabolisms, so if we were to feed them full chickens in every show, they would stop jumping for weeks at a time because they would get really full really fast. Now I'm getting low on chicken. I have 2 pieces left. What do you have? 1? All right, guys. Well, while we work on our last few pieces here, I'll let you guys know that our next show is a reptile show. That'll be at 2 o'clock. We'll be right down that pathway, those bleachers there. And then if you have any questions after the show, I'll be hanging out up here for a second, or you can meet me down at the end of this pathway. Oh, now you want some? This other guy with us here, that is Bucky. Bucky jumps the highest of all of them, and he slams his mouth pretty hard. But he shed both of his buck teeth that acquired his name for him, and he has not jumped since. I think he's having an identity crisis. Personally. No, you guys don't want it? Let me chicken fell off. Let me reset. Sometimes you gotta have to reset a little bit and get their attention again. And let's go again. Hey, Frank. Oh, jump is. Hi, Bucky. I'm gonna try and at least get one more jump for us, but like I said, sometimes these guys get tired, so they might not do it again. Jump. Alright, let me throw this one on land. Let me throw it to that guy. He looks like he could use some. Here we go.
You ever see one of those? Remember when I held one?
Yeah, it's like a bunch of blonde.
Coming up. It showed you its name. It doesn't.
Look at his toenails. He needs to cut his toenails.
3,000 feet. Then he breaks on the back of a turtle shell, on a bone, biting another alligator. Gotta grow that tooth back, no problem. That second swimming about 20 miles an hour.
They eat fruits, whatever that word says, and small rodents and lizards. Watch out. Come on. I never walked a lot.
Never did.
It's more than bigger than me.
Older than Daddy.